City State's Attorney Ivan Bates is also raising questions about transparency within Safe Streets, the city's flagship gun violence prevention program. Fox 45 sat down with him about that earlier today.
It's almost as if people are in the criminal justice system are using Safe Streets to get out of jail free card. There would be no criticism if there was transparency and we knew what was happening.
As Mackenzie Frost explains, the state's attorney has concerns about people associated with the program ending up in court themselves.
A public records request is revealing what some attorneys are saying about their clients and the Safe Streets program while in court. The city argues the people in question are not Safe Streets employees. But as City State's Attorney Ivan Bates argues, this is an example of why the public deserves to know more information about who these violence interrupters really are. While the Safe Streets program is a cornerstone of City Hall's gun violence prevention effort, the violence interrupters are not on the city's payroll. Instead, they're employees of two nonprofits that have contracts with the city to run the 10 different locations around the city. For years, I've called and emailed some of these organizations that run the Safe Streets branches. We've been asking for an interview with the director of the Mayor's Office of Neighborhood Safety and Engagement. Really underscore the importance of getting answers to some of the questions. Fox 45 News has been investigating Safe Streets, gone around to all the locations. I'm looking for the Safe Street. And pressed Mayor Brandon Scott and other leaders for more information about the employees.
The organizations are not providing monthly reports.
Does that signal that the previous CBOs that were operating these locations were mismanaging the locations? But details about who the violence interrupters are have remained shielded. Newly obtained courtroom audio, however, involving several people may be shedding new light.
The sole count associated with this matter is assault in the second degree.
Facing assault charges, an attorney argues his client is involved in the city's fight against violence.
He indicated that he volunteers through the mayor's office for gun prevention, talking to the youth on Thursdays and Fridays.
In another case, an attorney argues their client, who faced several charges including theft and unlawful use of a vehicle, has ties to Safe Streets.
He also spends a significant amount of time volunteering. He works with Safe Streets.
And in this case,
this esteemed minister has known my client for several years and has affirmed that my client participates in Safe Streets and has been a long-time advocate for those in dire straits.
An attorney says their client, Antonio Taylor, works for the city and has had a hand in the violence reduction.
My client is somewhat responsible for the decrease of crime in the city as the director of outreach.
But according to Monzi, the people in question do not work for Safe Streets. Instead, they say they may have been identified by Safe Streets as being high-risk individuals.
It's almost as if people are in the criminal justice system are using Safe Streets to get out of jail free card.
City State's Attorney Ivan Bates argues if Monzi and its director, Stephanie Mavronis, said that people in the court are not involved in Safe Streets, it opens up a bigger problem.
One of the things that is very problematic is if Stephanie Mavronis is going to say these aren't Safe Street workers, unfortunately, I don't think she understands. She's opened Pandora's box for us.
Are you going to open an investigation into what we're apparently seeing and hearing in the courts?
I would tell you this. If we believe, and based on the information that we now have from Ms. Mavronis, who now, thank you, she's put herself as a potential witness, and we have a duty and obligation to look into those if individuals are perpetrating frauds on the court.
We have City State's Attorney Ivan Bates joining us. Good morning.
Bates' questions about the effectiveness of Safe Streets have been growing.
Safe Streets, I don't know what they're doing.
He argues there is not enough transparency with the program.
We could deal with this very easily if Safe Streets just gave the names and the information of who the Safe Streets workers were, and then we wouldn't have these problems or issues.
In a recent interview with the Afro, Mayor Scott touted a Johns Hopkins study showing some success for Safe Streets. The mayor says the data has been proven time and time again, and anybody that is saying otherwise is just being disrespectful and perpetuating racist-based tropes involving returning citizens.
I heard that.
Bates says he doesn't believe the mayor's comments are productive.
But the other thing I don't think the mayor realizes, so he doesn't know who I am, so I'm going to reintroduce myself to him. My father's in the military. I lived the entire world. We would spend sometimes summers in Baltimore, but I grew up in the racist South. I lived in a black neighborhood where I had to take a bus to the white schools. I got called the N-word so many times that if I didn't catch the bus, I probably was going to get beaten up because I was in a white neighborhood, especially when it got a little dark. So I really understand racism. And to always say everything is racist is not the fight that myself and that fellow Howard University students did to give an individual who's black the opportunity to use that as a weapon. When you're an elected official and you've been given money, that you have a duty to an obligation to answer those questions.
Bates says the public deserves to know more information about the workers involved with Safe Streets, especially when the program itself spends millions of taxpayer dollars.
Questioning what's going on with Safe Streets is not racist. It's just saying be transparent. All we're saying is just show us the data. Matter of fact, just give us a list.
I reached out to the mayor's office to get a comment responding to the latest from the city state's attorney. When we get a response, you can find it in this story on our website at foxbaltimore.com. In the newsroom, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
Hi, I'm Maxine Stryker. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and check out Fox Baltimore on social media to find more stories like this.